Hello students, this is Priyangada Kundu from Kendriya Vidyalaya Area, and today I'm going to discuss the 6 parts of speech preposition with you. To understand the concept of preposition, let's look at the word closely. The word preposition is a combination of two different words, pre and position. The word pre means before and the word position denotes a place. Let's see the left-hand side diagram. This diagram talks about the relation between a ball and a box. There are 4 prepositions listed in the places where the ball should be in respect with the box. If the ball is hovering on top of the box, not touching it, then the preposition above will be used. If the ball is lying on the upper surface of the box, then the preposition on would be used. If the ball is inside the box, then the preposition in will be used. And if the ball is lying under the lower surface, then the preposition under will be used. Let's understand the concept with a few more examples. He had a ring on his finger. You can identify the preposition which is on, and this preposition talks about the relation between the two nouns ring and finger. So there is a finger which is placed on the finger of the subject. Aranya is fond of coffee. So the preposition of denotes the relation between Aranya's fondness and coffee. The third example, the monkey jumped off the tree. So the subject monkey, he jumped off the tree. The preposition of talks about the relation between the monkeys jumping and the tree. In all the sentences, you will see that a noun follows the preposition. This noun is called the object of the preposition. There, it is not necessary that only one object will be after the preposition. It can be two or more. See the example at the end of the slide. The river flows through hills and plains. The preposition through talks about the relation between a flowing river and where it is flowing. It is flowing through hills and plains. Hills and plains both are object to the preposition through. There are many kinds of preposition, or we can divide it, we can subdivide it according to its position, according to its structure, and according to how it works. Structurally, preposition could be subdivided in 3 categories: simple, compound, and phrase prepositions. According to the way the preposition is used or the relation it expresses, it could be divided in 5 different ways, 5 different subdivisions, which are position, direction, association or reason or purpose, time, or and the preposition of agency or instrument or manner. Structurally, as I have already told you, the preposition could be divided in 3 manners. The first one is simple preposition. As the name denotes, it is simple small words, simple small prepositions like at, by, for, from, etc. Compound, again as the name suggests, is formed by fixing a preposition with a noun or adjective or an adverb or even a preposition, another preposition. The examples of compound preposition would be like about, across, between, beyond, inside, etc. Phrase preposition is obviously, as the name suggests, is used as phrases. It is formed by fixing one or more preposition with a word. Examples of it would be like according to, along with, on behalf of, etc. See the examples used in sentences. She, she succeeded by dint of merit. So, what is the reason of her success? She has merit and she used this merit to succeed. Owing to his ill health, he retired from the business. So the phrase preposition owing to is telling the relationship between his ill health and his retirement. This prepo- there are many kind of relations expressed by preposition, and it could be divided in 5 types according to this manner. Preposition of position. So position, as you know, it means place, and if the position or place of noun is expressed through the preposition, it would be the preposition of position. I am living at Araria. He is living in Kolkata. Stand beside me. Kolkata is on the Hooghly. All this preposition at, in, under, into talks about the place of the noun, the position of the noun. So the second preposition according to this regard would be preposition of direction. I am going to school. Start for Patna. These prepositions to, for denotes a motion or movement. So I have started from my home and I am going to school. My movement is towards the school. The preposition to denotes that direction of my movement. Climb up the hill. So you have started from the ground and you are climbing up. You are going to the direction of the upper side of the hill. Preposition of association, reason or purpose. Suffering from fever. So what is the reason of your suffering? You have fever, so that is why you are suffering. This place is suitable for picnic. Lost through negligence. The army sacrificed their life for the country. What is the purpose of their sacrifice? They sacrifice their life for the country. Preposition of time. If the preposition you are using denotes time in any manner, then it would be the preposition of time. Like at 10 a.m., after 2 o'clock, during the whole day, wait until tomorrow. So all these preposition at, for, after, since, during, all these preposition are telling us about any kind of time or time period. Preposition of agency, instrument or manner. Sell good at auction. Write with a pencil. So what is the instrument with which I am writing? I am using a pencil as an instrument for writing. Cut with a knife. Again, a knife is becoming the instrument for cutting. Fought with courage. What is the manner of fighting? With courage. I hope you have understood the different divisions of preposition. But in real life, when we are using the preposition, we are often confused about the same manner of two prepositions. Let's discuss those confusing prepositions to clear our ideas. The first one, at and in. These two prepositions are often used interchangeably and we often get confused about the right manner of using it. If we are using these two prepositions with reference to time, At denotes for a certain point of time, and in is used for a period of time within which no certain point is mentioned. See the examples. He came at daybreak, at sunset, at 10 o'clock. All these variants of daybreak or sunset or 10 o'clock denotes a particular point of time. So he came as soon as the day broke, or as soon as the sunset, or as soon as it was 10 o'clock in the watch. He was born in 1954. 1954 is a long period of time. It denotes a whole year, and the certain exact point of his birth is not mentioned. So the preposition in is used here. With reference to space, at is used for small places like village and small towns, and in is used for large places like metropolitan cities, large cities or countries. I live in Kolkata. I live at area. So Kolkata is a large metropolitan city, so it is used after the preposition in. But Araria is a small town, so the preposition at is used here. Above and over. Both of these mean higher than, on top of something. But over can sometimes also used in a way of covering or across, etc. Let's understand the concept with examples. White flags were waved above the buildings. So there are buildings and the flags were situated or placed on the top of those buildings. From that place it waved. There is a bridge over the river. Now see, this preposition over is acting in a dual manner. It also means that the bridge is situated higher than the river, on the top of the river, but it also means that it is taking the two banks of the river together. It is enjoining the two banks of the river. So it is in a way covering the river. During, since, and for. All three of these prepositions are preposition of time, but the uses of these are different, so slightly, subtly different. During refers to when. In a period of time, something is happening, then the preposition during would be used. I was awake during the night. So night is a long period of time, and that period of time something happened. I was awake on that period of time. So when I was awake during the night. Since refers to a point of an exact uh, point of time which is already in past, which already happened. I have been waiting since 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. is a past point of time. It has already in the past, but I am waiting since that exact point of time. For again refers to a space of time. I have been here for a week. So a week is a long period space of time which was started in a certain point and still going on. Under, below, beneath. All these prepositions means something lower than to respect with a certain other things. But it is used, these words, these prepositions are used in different manner. Under usually denotes physical contact. As you have seen in the first slide, the ball, if the ball was under the box, it would have lying under, lower than the box. She kept money under the bed. So the money is lying in the close contact with the bed. Below is used when there is a space between two surfaces. So if I am talking about my neighbor, suppose I live in second or third floor and my neighbor lives in first floor, then I will be saying that they live below us. So there is a space between us. The place where they live and where I live, between our place there is a surface area. They live Acha, under can mean junior in ranks also. So he is under me. That means the level I am working on, his position is junior than me. Beneath has the same meaning as under, but it is used for abstract meanings. See the example, it is beneath his dignity to beg for money. So his self-respect is barring him from begging for money. So these concepts, dignity, self-respect, they are abstract concepts. So according in relation to these words, in respect with these words, the preposition beneath is used. On time, in time, and good time. You can understand very easily that all these all these phrasal prepositions deals with time. But how they are different? There is a very subtle difference in these three phrases. On time means exactly at the time arranged, neither before nor after. So the train is running on time. It is running exactly as the timetable says it should run. If it is scheduled to arrive in the station at 8 a.m., then it is arriving at the station at 8 a.m., not 8:01 or not 7:59. In time denotes not late. The passengers should be in time for their train. So if the train is scheduled to come at 8 a.m., then passengers should be coming in a comfortable time before that, so that they can come to the station. They have to think about the traffic in the road. They have to think about the fact that they have to take ticket before they board on the train. So they would have to come to the station in a certain time, for that when they will not be late for the train. In good time means with comfortable margin. I arrived at the theater in good time. So I came to the theater in a certain amount of time, certain point of time, when I had the ticket, when I got the ticket. But I did not have to, I had not have to wait for a long time, or I was not late either. So there was a, that was a perfect time. I was not late, and I didn't have to wait for a long time also. So it means I have arrived there in good time. Between and among. So all these two words means that denotes the fact that something is situated in between or among a few other things. Between is used to refer things on two sides, and probably in also two or more things among which something is placed. See the example, I was sitting between Rita and Maria. So I am sitting in a certain place. In my one side, Rita is sitting, and on the other side, Maria is sitting. Both of them are sitting in distinctly different places, and I am sitting beside in between them. Luxembourg is situated between Belgium, France, and Germany. See, there are three, more than two places between which Luxembourg is situated. So Belgium, France, and Germany, these three countries are situated in three distinct different places, and Luxembourg is situated between them. So the Luxembourg is surrounded by these three countries, but not merged or overwhelmed by these countries. Among is used for in those places where this distinction is not seen. His house is hidden among the trees. So his house is situated in such a place where there are a lot of trees, and you cannot distinct those trees. Okay, like you can distinct Rita and Maria, or Belgium and France and Germany. There are a lot of trees, and in that jungle, his house is hidden. The letter is somewhere among my papers. So in my desk, there are a lot of papers. Among those papers, those papers are not distincted. We do not know the origination of those papers. What are they? What are their jobs? Why are those papers there? And what are written in those papers? The letter, which is also another piece of paper, is inside those papers, is among on those papers. by and until. To say that something will happen at or before a certain exact time, we use by. The work will be finished by next week. So I am doing something and this work is in now the process of continuation and it will be finished by the next week term. Before the next week comes, our my job, my work will be finished before this time comes. She'll be gone by the time we get there. See, if we are dealing with a subject and a verb, then we use the phrase by the time. Suppose I'm going to Patna and I do not know at the exact time when I will reach, but I know the fact that my friend who is currently residing in Patna will be gone from that place when I reach there. So she will be gone by the time we get there. To say that a situation will continue up to a certain moment, the continuation of something, we use the preposition until. You can have the room until tomorrow. So I am your landlord. I'm telling you about the fact that the room you are residing in right now, you can have it until tomorrow. Until that period of time, you can continue to live in that room, but after tomorrow, you have to leave it. I'm staying till Friday. So the till can interchangeably used for until in a casual or informal style. So I'm staying till or until Friday means I'm staying up to the point of Friday. My staying is in continuing process, but after Friday I will leave. Students, I hope the basic ideas of preposition are clear to you. There are a few practice examples. Just pause the video in here so that you can copy and solve these examples in your exercise book. I hope you are done. Now I will discuss the answers of this proposition. The train arrived at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock is a certain point of time when the train arrived. So the preposition at is used. They go to school by bus. So the method of going is by bus. I have been teaching for 4 years. So 4 years is a space of a period of time for which I have been teaching. The process of my teaching is going on. So the preposition for is used for it. She is suffering from fever. He came here in the morning. So morning is a long period of time and the exact time of his coming is unspecified. So the preposition in is used. He ran into the room. She is a friend of mine. You are sitting on the chair. The ball rolled on to the goal line. Again, see the preposition of direction. The going path of the ball is towards the goal line. The direction is towards the goal line. He lives with her parents. You have been absent since Tuesday. So Tuesday was a certain point of time, and since that point of time, your absence is prominent. She sat beside her sister. I will be back within a month. The cat sprang upon the table. She held her umbrella over her head. Again, see the preposition over. It doesn't only mean that she is holding the umbrella on top of her head, but it also means that the umbrella is covering, it is protecting her head from rain or sunlight. So the preposition over is used. The girl jumped into the river. They begin school from today. By the end of July, I'll have read all these books. So as soon as at the point of the last day of July, my work of my process of reading all these books will be done. Most people from work from 9 to 5. So here the two preposition from and to denotes time. So the time period of work starts from 9 a.m. and it continues and in 5 ends at 5 p.m. The meeting started on time. It wasn't late, it wasn't early. It was started at the prearranged scheduled time. I hope you have understood all the ideas and concepts. But you have to remember one important thing. As you have already probably noticed, prepositions, each preposition is used in a varied manner, in a varied areas. So preposition work as more of a vocabulary thing than grammar. Even though sometimes work the rules help you to understand how the prepositions are being used, the only way to master prepositions is to practice it a lot. So I have listed a few useful books, a few useful grammar books which will help you to enrich your skill of preposition and also in general your other doubts of grammar. You can use these books to enrich yourself. Thank you, students. That's the end of this lecture.